Good evening, Ronto. This is Conrad Getz for Double Radio, coming at you at the tail end of this warm summer day. Unfortunately, the cooling system here at the station has gone on the fritz, which means Hunter has been out searching for some parts to fix it up, which would include some new fusion cores to keep it going throughout this heat wave. What a way to start off my birthday, huh? Almost makes me miss the climate control systems back in the vault. But only almost. Well, despite that heat, the news still needs to be put out there, so let's just get into it, shall we? The traveling fringe performers recently made their circuit through town, putting on small shows in some of the less dilapidated theater spaces. I've managed to catch a couple of their shows over the years in different settlements and cities around the Wasteland, with my favorite being Beep Beep and the Bad Man. That was a hilarious little show, but I don't know if they managed to bring that one this year. Sadly, I didn't make it to see any of them, since I was working on a bunch of things here at the station, and just really couldn't spare the caps for a ticket. But I did hear that some of the performances were absolutely fantastic, with high hopes for them to come around next year. I've also heard some reports that some super mutants have been getting a bit closer to Ronto proper, being spotted as close as the western edges of the scar. Not sure how friendly they might be, or if it's a sign of something else going on, but I know I'm being extra careful traveling out east of here, just in case.
Hey, Conrad, you might want to pause the broadcast for a bit. I got some folks you might want to talk to.
Oh, shit. You never bring people. Yeah, Hunter, just give me a second. So sorry for the interruption, dear listeners. I just finished meeting some new friends that have come to the region and hearing a bit of their story. Makes for some interesting news, so let me update you all on what's been going on with these new folks. So, this rather eclectic group of wandering wastelanders all seem to have met around Vault 90, somewhere out in the scar just outside of the super mutant territory I was reporting on earlier. From the sounds of things, they had all been attracted to this particular location by gunfire and screams for help, also encountering a certain Dr. Rast, who some folks around Eaton Central may recall was searching around for his runaway daughter. The ragtag group also managed to take out Rad Rocky and his gang, who have, or I guess had, been a thorn in the side of some trade caravans moving through the area. I don't know myself what had been going on in that vault, but our new friends did find a young woman named Mika on the brink of death, having escaped Rad Rocky and evading the formidable cybernetic security inside the vault. She spoke of some old-world tech that she had found and hidden away before the group left the vault, luckily convincing one of the Mr. Gutsies inside to let them leave without a fuss. Unfortunately, Mika did not make it much farther, succumbing to her injuries, but giving one of our new friends some information on exactly what she had hidden away. They're keeping tight-lipped on what this is, but it sounds like it could be pretty big news if it's found safely. After spending the night resting and getting to know each other a bit, the team of newfound allies ran into Hunter, who had managed to track down an old locked-up warehouse that he figured he might find some supplies in for repairing the AC here. The only downside? The warehouse was filled with a family of feral ghouls that attacked the moment the door was opened. After dispatching the ghouls and getting some loot for trading once they get to Eaton Central, they continued on until they started to notice those fun telltale signs of the not-so-friendly super mutants, which forced them into the sewer tunnels. Not sure why they didn't take the tunnel commission lines, but, avoiding a super sledge to the face is a good choice no matter the path. The sewers proved to be a bit more dangerous than expected, what with a Mirelurk queen that had set up her home down there, which would explain the reports of loud screams and a distinctly heavy fishy smell that had been reported on before the super mutants moved in. Luckily, someone else had roughed up this monstrosity, which meant that it was barely a challenge for this group of wanderers to finish it off. Especially after, and I quote, blowing it the fuck up. Once dealt with, Hunter and Dr. Rass were able to get everyone back to the surface, and were making their way towards Eaton Central when some super mutants decided to pick a fight with them. Luckily, the argument these mutants were having about the existence of a weird horse with a horn one of them supposedly saw turned the skirmish in their favor, since I guess that same mutant really felt a way about the other two not believing him. With night creeping in and still a ways to go to get to Eaton Central, Hunter surprisingly brought everyone here to stay the night, since I guess the station is the closest place to where they came out. And totally not because Hunter and one of the new friends we've made, a ghoul by the name of Esther Cutwater, had a lovely gift in the form of a limited edition Nuka-Tapper holotape for me as a birthday gift. A very sweet gesture, and one that I was willing to part with some caps for, since that particular game was thought to be lost forever. Only a few copies were made of this specific version before the Great War, and as far as I knew growing up, none of them had made it into a vault or a bunker or anything like that. With these new friends safe under the roof here, I'm hopefully going to get a chance to chat with some of them and learn their stories, especially the ghouls. And I do have a curiosity about me when it comes to the other vault dwellers, since they seem relatively normal. I mean, normal for the Wasteland at least. Like, maybe they got to be in a control vault or something, I don't know. At any rate, we're going to be keeping an ear out for whatever happens with these Wastelanders after they leave here, since they seem to have stumbled into something big coming out of that vault. But for tonight, I'm going to try and chat with as many of them as I can, and try to get some space set up for them to be able to camp out here. This has been Conrad Getz for Double Double Radio, signing off. And remember, Wasteland, it's not that someone has your back out there, but it's who has your back that you need to think about. Trust is hard to build, but worth the effort to find some safety. Keep cool out there, Ronto. Hey, Hunter, do you think you and Wayne can search around, see if we've got any other spare bedrolls around or something? Double Double Radio, A Fallout Story, is a Voice in the Static production, written, starring, and produced by Edward Grimgrinner Hutchinson. You can find Double Double Radio on Instagram, Facebook, and other social media sites, and there's a merch store through Etsy. Links are in the episode description. Double Double Radio is also made possible with the love and support of listeners and Wastelanders like you. If you want to help support the show on Patreon, that link will also be in the description, alongside the list of monthly supporters. Thanks for listening.